Hello. Turn the light on. All right. Good evening. Good evening. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? How's everybody doing? It is Thursday. It's about 6:30-ish. Y'all know that I'm here on 6:30. Hey, Licia. Hey there. What's going on? I still need to call you, so I will. I definitely will. Okay. What's going on? How is everyone doing this evening? As you all know, I'm here Thursday night. It's a little bit after 6:30, but I am here to talk about tonight, just as you saw in the title, getting rid of toxic waste, y'all. This was definitely something that is very, very needed, because we are talking about getting rid of junk that we don't need, and just people that we don't need, and what that actually looks like. And so that's what we're talking about tonight. So as you all know, and some of you may not know if this is your first time joining me, I am Lawana Harris, also known as Lawana Michelle, and I enlighten, encourage, and empower you to live to your fullest potential. And I do that through personal and professional development. And so as you see in the title, it says talking about getting rid of toxic waste. So what exactly are we talking about? Well, if you think about, let's just even start off with why is it even important to get rid of waste? So if you think about things that are in your, in yards, or in areas where there's a lot of junk, or just things that even within our bodies, that can be very toxic to our bodies. And so that's one of the things that I'm going to talk about, is that why it's important to eliminate those toxins out of your body, because it compromises your organs. So anything that you have in your body that is not good for you, whether it's bacteria, whether it's wrong foods, if you've ever been in a situation where you have had food poisoning, those are the things that causes your organs to be compromised. And then because of that, then it also can spread disease in your body. So if you have toxins, if you are not eliminating the waste properly, it will definitely cause disease to spread. Okay, then the third thing, it can result in sickness and sometimes even death. So even though we're talking about physical waste in our bodies, how many people know you all know, we all know that relationships can also be toxic, right? Relationships can be extremely toxic. They can also cause our bodies to be compromised, because what will happen is it will compromise how you function. So if you have a toxic relationship, it's really going to compromise how you function in your life, how you're going to function in your personal life, how do you function in your professional life. That negative energy that people bring to you, that's why it's important to get rid of toxic people, because they bring you toxic information. They're always throwing up on you. They're always coming to you with some type of issue. They're always coming to you with some type of problem, and they may not even listen to you at all, but they're throwing up on you pretty much. And so this is definitely something that you don't need in your life, in order to, people are always talking about going to the next level. I say go to the next dimension, because that is truly important. So it's really important to get rid of those toxic people, because your life function can be compromised. And then that also can result in sickness. So if you have ever been in a position where you have had a conversation with someone who is so toxic and so negative that you literally feel sick, you are just so exhausted and you are so sick in your stomach, like you're just in this mindset of, man, I really need for them to be quiet, or I really need them to get out of my system. Well, that's something that can happen as well. That's why it's important to get toxic people out of your life. Well, you may even ask that question. So how do I even know that this person is toxic? Or how do I know that I am in a toxic relationship? And when I say relationships, I am not talking about just male, female. I'm not talking about the intimate relationships. I'm even talking about friendships. I'm even talking about family members. I'm talking about professional relationships, business relationships, any type of relationship that you may have that can be toxic. This applies to that. So it's not just, an intimate relationship where you're or your significant other. This covers all relationships, whether, it doesn't even matter. So how do you know that it's time to get rid of toxic people? Well, what happens is your vision begins to get a little bit cloudy. So even in the physical realm of being of needing to eliminate waste, your vision gets cloudy physically. But even when you are needing to get rid of people in your life, toxic people, that can allow your vision to become cloudy. That means basically you are getting so much negativity and so much negative stuff in your life that now you're hearing this stuff and you're internalizing it. And now it's causing your personal vision to get off course because you're so distracted by other things that's going on. So I just thought, if you can hear me, I know sometimes my technology messes up a little bit, but if you can hear me, go ahead and give me a thumbs up to say, yes, you can hear me. Yes, I'm hearing you loud and clear, because as I said, sometimes my technology gets to acting like it's supposed to, it's not, or not supposed to do what it's supposed to do. So if you can just say, hey, thank you, Ms. Wanda. Appreciate that. All right. Awesome. Okay. So in addition to that, your vision gets cloudy. You start losing your vision because you're so distracted by what is coming into your ears, and you start internalizing that. And then you begin to take on those things that are not good for you. Sometimes when people bring you those problems, you start taking that stuff on, and you sometimes even start carrying the weight of other people. Yes, even as Christians, yes, as believers, we're supposed to help people carry their burdens, but not to the fact where it is weighing you down. You're supposed to lose that weight. If it is causing you to slow down, or if it's causing you to stop doing your particular purpose, what God has called you to do, then you got to let that go. So that's how you know that it is time to eliminate toxic waste, because it's weighing you down. You are just so weighted down with someone else's issues, someone else's problems, someone else's situations, and now it's just time to let that go, y'all. We got too much work to do. We have too much work to do, and so we cannot be weighted down with other people's issues. So I always say, for me, that you can't help anybody that doesn't want to be helped. Nor are you should not allow for people just to throw up all of their information, everything that they're going on you. Yes, sometimes you need to be a listening ear as a friend. I understand all of that. But at the same time, if it's causing you to lose vision of what you are supposed to be doing, then that is an issue. If it's weighing you down and it's causing you to be exhausted, and it's causing you to be sick, it's causing you all of these personal issues, then these are times when you need to eliminate that toxic waste. All right. And then also too, you get tired. Like if you are starting to feel exhausted, if you've ever been in a conversation and you're just exhausted from talking to somebody, and you are just in this mindset of, man, oh my gosh, I feel like I need to go take a nap. You need to eliminate that conversation. You just need to, you have to set personal boundaries, y'all. We have to, as people, as humans, as women, as men, we have to set those personal boundaries and not allow just everyone to just come and just to input everything into our circle and into our mindset. We have to be responsible for that. And we have to know what that looks like. And we have to tell people, you know what, set that boundary. I'm not doing that right now. I'm not listening to that right now. Hey, you know what? I can't listen to that type of thing right now. And that's okay. But you just have to communicate that. And so there are three ways and three things that I wanted to talk about in regards to what it is, how to eliminate that waste. So first of all, there are some people, and I've even had to do this, there are some people in some situations that you just literally have to cut off completely. Like, you're not thinking about it. You may have to block them. You may have to, just like totally cut them off from Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Snapchat, any type of social media. That's one step that you can do to eliminate toxic waste and toxic people in your life. Just cut them off. I mean, literally. Now, with that is going to take courage to do, y'all, because at some point it's comfortable and it is going to be challenging, especially if it's been a part of your life for so long. But if you are more concerned about your future than being comfortable in chaos, then you'll cut that stuff off. Like, if you are so ready to move into something different, you would make that sacrifice to cut it off completely. So that's number one. You can just cut them off totally, completely, and be done with that. So number two, again, as I said before, another way that you can eliminate toxic waste is to make sure that you create boundaries. You have to be responsible for your peace. You have to be responsible for what you allow into your mind, what you allow into your spirit, what you allow into everything that is a part of your life. One of the things that I'm even saying right now, I am so focused on, of course, God and my family, but peace, love, joy, and happiness. Those are the things that I am about right now, where I am in my season in my life. And if anything comes to disrupt any of that, it has to be pushed away to the side. It has to be over, because I have been in chaotic situations. I've been in chaotic relationships. I've been in things and situations that were not good for me. And so where I am in my life right now, I'm just being honest, y'all, like peace, love, joy, and happiness. Anything that disrupts any of that, anything that disrupts my family peace, anything that disrupts my mindset, anything like that, it has to be pushed away to the side, because I have so much to do. I have children, I have, a profession, I have ministry, I have all of those things. And those are the things that I have to set my boundaries around. So that's number two. So the first one was, sometimes you just cut people off completely. You have to do it. You just have to do it. And yes, it is hard when it is family members or close to you. But again, if you're more concerned about your peace and about your future than you are about being comfortable with those people that are so toxic, you'll do what it takes to just say, you know what, I'm responsible for my peace. And it is hard, Raven. Like, it is really hard. It is challenging. But at the same time, I would rather be at peace than be in a mindset where I'm just receiving negative energy all the time. We just have to get to a place where we have to just set those boundaries. And then number three, if you value the relationship. So this is also, the challenging thing when it comes down to people or your family members or those that are really close to you. If you value that relationship, if you value that friendship, if you value that family member, then all it takes is just having a simple conversation. And if they receive what you're trying to tell them, then that's fine. And then you can go from there and grow from that. You can grow from that relationship, and that's fine. But if they're not able to receive, there's only so much talking that I'm going to do. There's only so much talking and so much communication that I'm going to put into, or so much energy that I'm going to put into that. And so if you truly value that relationship, just communicate. Let people know, hey, you know what? I feel like this when this happens. Never putting it on the other person, because then that's saying that you're this, you're wrong. But it's saying, you know what? I feel like this when you say these things, or when you talk about these things, or this is how I feel. And so you're having that conversation, you're communicating your feelings, you're communicating those things that concern you, And that's, again, if you value that relationship. If you don't value the relationship, it doesn't even matter. Don't even put no energy into it if you don't value the relationship. But if you do, that's one thing that you can do. So as I said, there's three ways that you can eliminate toxic waste. And I talked about just how toxic waste is not good for you. It helps you. It compromises your organs. It compromises, your body and how you operate. But the toxicity from people, it clouds your vision. It helps you. It does not. The negative energy keeps you from moving forward in a positive way. It also can spread to other areas of your life. So if you have this negative energy that's coming to you all the time, just see how it affects other people. See how it affects your children. See how it affects your job. See how it affects what you do out in the community. So it really does. It spreads all the time, and then it can result in sickness. And when you just get physically sick. And so again, just think about, if you didn't catch this from the very beginning, go back and watch it, because this is something that's truly important, and I think it's really critical, especially in this time period where we are connecting with people more so virtually. We're not out and about as much as we used to be, and it's truly important to keep that boundary, because people are hurting, people are they're frustrated, people are tired. But that does not mean that they should just throw up on you. Okay, that doesn't mean that everyone should just come to you just because they think maybe you're the strong one, or maybe you are the one that's always giving advice, or you're the one that's always carrying people's weight. Don't allow that. It's time to get rid of toxic waste, y'all. All right. So, and then Raven, yeah, you said it's so worth it. It doesn't mean it's forever. Sometimes we have to put boundaries in place until we're in a better space and can stand firm in what's best for us. And that is so you said, Raven, that is so true. That is, like, you have to put those boundaries in place until, and you just said it, until you are strong enough to stand firm in that. And I love that when you said you can in a better space and can stand firm in what's best for you, or best for us. Yeah, I see that. And that is so true. Great response. And so I definitely appreciate that. But I'm going to jump off of here. That's all I just wanted to share with you this evening. As you know, I'm right here on Thursdays. I was a little bit late tonight, but I appreciate you all for showing up and just being supportive, and continue to support me in anything that I have on here. My videos every Thursday right here on Facebook Live. And not to mention, there's a few videos that are on my YouTube channel as well. And go check them out. Go, if you are wanting to think of a specific topic that you would like for us to talk about and share, send it to me. We'll talk about it. Also, I am doing a webinar tomorrow. The link is actually on a previous post. I'm doing a webinar tomorrow with 36 Degrees North, and we're talking about building personal resiliency. So if you are wanting to join that webinar tomorrow, go ahead. There's a link that is out. You know what? And I'll add the invite to this particular video. But if you have not registered, go ahead and register, and hopefully I will see you tomorrow. All right. If there are any other any questions or any other comments that you all have, again, I do appreciate you all for joining. And I know I always say you can be anywhere else watching anything right now, or just scrolling on Facebook or something, but you're here watching me, and I don't take that for granted. People don't have to support you. People don't have to be there for you, but I definitely appreciate that. All right. If there are no questions or comments or anything, again, have a great evening, have a great weekend, enjoy yourself. And I say peace, love, joy, and happiness. Anything that disrupts that, it needs to be pushed away, pushed to the side, or cut off. All right. I love you all. Thank you so much for joining. I'm here to enlighten, encourage, and empower you to live to your fullest potential. You all have a great evening. Bye-bye.